well, we can try this again. We had a little technical difficulty. Somehow, file got corrupted or something. So that was 30 minutes just gone. And I will tell you, like, it was like award-winning content
Yeah.
that was just amazing, and it's gone forever.
I know you're being sarcastic, but it was actually like pretty decent for us.
I mean, I really did think it was good, but anyway, so we talked about Chiefs winning the Super Bowl.
Which is great. Overtime was boring. Last quarter was kind of, overtime was interesting. Last quarter was kind of boring. That was about it.
Yeah, you seen all the stuff where like 49ers didn't know the rules. Like, the fact the refs don't know the rules half the damn times.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's amazing how many excuses come out of everybody whenever their team loses. But I will reiterate again that I've been a Chiefs fan for a long time. I don't think I am anymore. I just don't, because I mean, just the way that they bitch, they complain, I mean,
Shove their coaches.
yeah. And I don't think that they play dirty, but I mean,
They also didn't play the cleanest.
yeah. Well, no, I mean, any good football team doesn't play the cleanest, but I don't know. It's just the way that they handle themselves, the way that they're always complaining and bitching. Yeah, I'm like, hey, we're Super Bowl champs, but like I hate the shit. Like,
Yeah.
so I think I'm just done with them. I think I'm gonna just, I don't know, maybe Detroit.
Hey, I'm gonna keep rooting for them, but I'm also not like intensely deep into football. Like,
Well,
I'll watch the Chiefs games if they're on, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to turn one on. You know.
I mean, every time they go to the Super Bowl, I'll hope that they win, because I mean, it's just kind of ingrained in me. But
It's in my blood being from Missouri.
yeah, but I just, I don't know. I can't bring myself to like them anymore. Like, it's gotten just, I don't know. They act fucking ridiculous. Like, I mean, it's not as bad as like Cowboys, but
Sorry, Colin.
yeah, we them boys. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. But
Fight for all right
yeah,
to party.
but the most interesting thing to come out of Super Bowl Sunday was Congress meeting to give Ukraine, another $60 billion.
Is it bad that I forgot we talked about this and we just did like 5 minutes ago?
Well, no, I mean, if it's not like bigger titties, you usually ain't in on the conversation all the way.
That's about right.
But no, I mean, yeah, we're giving away all this money. We're not helping ourselves. I think the main reason we don't help ourselves is because you can't get 5 people to agree on one damn thing. Especially in Congress.
Yeah.
We want border security. We want this. We want that. We want this. It don't matter if you're left, right, center. It's all a money scheme. We gave them money to buy weapons from us.
Yeah.
That's money laundering. Like, that's what they're doing.
I learned that from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
It's obviously money laundering.
Yeah, and like nobody's really like, whatever, It's like aliens, like, I don't know, everybody's so fucking disconnected.
Yeah, we're like, aliens? All right. It doesn't surprise anybody.
One good thing that I've seen this week that I didn't know was coming, and I'm actually really excited for. Jon Stewart is back on the Daily Show.
I don't remember him by memory.
I know you don't.
I'm gonna pull a picture. Because I'm sure I know him by face.
I doubt it. But I mean, he started the Daily Show.
You said Jon Stewart?
Yeah. And it's like that comedy news thing.
Nope, never heard of him. I'm looking at him. I have no idea who that is.
But his news hits harder then Fox News, CNN, like his is more fair and balanced than any other fucking news organization.
Yeah.
He was hitting on Trump. He was hitting on Biden. I mean, just there's nobody out of his wheelhouse. Like, I mean, he makes fun of everybody equally because everybody is equally as stupid. Like, like, and it's one of those facts that like but you don't ever really think about. But like he's bringing up that um, Biden and Trump are have set the record for being the oldest presidential candidates ever.
And I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I knew Biden, but
they just broke that record that those two set 4 years ago when they last ran.
Wow.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know, they're both like 80s. Like Trump's like 78, something like that. But I shouldn't be running shit whenever I'm 78. I'll tell you that much.
Shit, if you make it to 78.
Man, you're 78, you're lucky to run your bowels. Like I mean,
you'd be lucky to run a microwave.
Dude, at 42, I'm getting up 3 times a night to piss. So, I mean, like,
that's crazy.
I guess you're always ready for that button, I guess. But,
shit, you ring that button, I ain't coming. You better find a walker.
Hey, I mean, I don't know. So, like, you probably don't remember, like, whenever Trump was running against Hillary, do you?
Yeah, I do. That was the first election I watched.
Yeah, but, like, you weren't really, like, paying attention that much to it.
Mom sat us down and made us watch it.
Well, yeah, made you watch it, but
I didn't look at the rest. I only watched the election.
You didn't pay attention in school. Like, what makes you think you paid attention?
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention in school.
Asshole. At least I graduated.
Yeah, well, I got out for bad behavior.
You'll get that on them bigger jobs.
Yeah. Anyway, just the way that I don't know, like it was captivating back in the day with like the whole Hillary thing and all that. But the Biden thing and Trump and Biden, like it's not like it's sad. Like these are our two best to put forward into a popularity contest.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's a popularity contest.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah. And both sides lie, both sides do like and I can't say independent would be any better. I do like that Robert Kennedy though. Like
really?
Yeah. Huh. And he's running independent. He's not gonna win. Like I doubt he even gets close.
He had a promotional commercial during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he did, but I still
think he was the only candidate to do that.
Biden had a TikTok during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was. Did you see the tweet he made?
No.
Like immediately after the Super Bowl, it was like a super Gen Z altered picture of himself.
Oh Jesus!
Like with big red blazing eyes to make him like look intense or whatever. And I know it was like another stage wins or something like that, saying like they staged the Super Bowl.
Oh my God! Are you sure it was him?
Yeah, it was on the official Biden Twitter page.
Yeah, but I've seen like official McDonald's burn the shit out of people, and it's not them. So
yeah, I mean, I'm trying to find it. Hold on.
Well, I don't think anybody wants to listen to you look through your phone.
Well, I got it pulled up already.
Yeah.
But it's this picture. It's like him, super blazing eyes to make him look so intense.
Yeah.
And it says, just like we drew it up. Yeah. Like immediately after the Super Bowl. I know it was his like media team or whatever, but
yeah, he looks like Thanos.
But like, it was really funny.
Like Thanos that let himself go. So.
But yeah, it was pretty funny. And like on his Twitter page, they'll promote the damn TikToks he makes, and I'm like, this is so ridiculous.
Yeah, well, I mean, Trump. I mean, if he gets back in, the TikTok's going to be fucking just blowing up, even though it's from China.
Looking at his Twitter now, I've never actually looked through the president's Twitter.
Yeah.
It's all just trashing Donald Trump. The entire thing is just about Donald Trump.
Yeah. They fucking have a hate boner for each other.
It's interesting. But anyway.
Yeah. Like, well, neither one of them get boners anymore. But
hey, that's what prescriptions are for.
Well, yeah.
You should know all about that.
Not yet. Not yet. I'm still working with a kickstand, baby.
You got a tripod ready?
Yeah. It's hard for me to roll over in the morning.
I'm sure.
Yeah, like, has nothing to do with the belly.
Okay, so.
Yeah. What do you want to talk
about? Well, the bill that happened during the Super Bowl. And then the shooting that happened.
Yeah, that you were there for, or almost there for.
I was there at the parade, but we had left just before the shooting started.
I still can't believe I encouraged you to go.
Yeah, I was like on the fence about going, and then like the friend that I went with this group of people, but the one that came over to our house and was like trying to convince me, you were like, yeah, you should go. And then I go and there's a shooting. I was like, man.
Yeah.
But
I could almost hear your mother, like in the back of my head, like, it's all your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wouldn't be the first time I've heard that.
But it was, as of right now, it's 1 death, 22 injured, 9 of which were children.
That's fucking horrible.
And they say, like on the news thing, that it doesn't seem to be an act of terrorism.
Right.
But if you hear the like audio clip or video clip that the news posted like about it,
yeah,
because they got like the starting of it on video or whatever.
Yeah.
It wasn't no self-defense. Like if they were using pistols, they dumped the mags. Like,
oh, I'm sure they did.
It was, but yeah.
Well, dude,
I wish we would get to like see the faces of the people that got. But I'm sure we will soon. But the people that got like at least detained for it, because there were these people in the parking garage while we were going to our car that were sitting on these steps, and like we're like, y'all got a phone on you? Can we use your phone? Like, mine died, and we were like, oh, ours died too, or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, I got any drinks? And they were like sitting on the steps, so like we had to walk past them or like walk between them, and they kept yapping and yapping, and we just kind of dismissed them as best we could, kept walking. But it'd be really interesting to see if their faces matched with the people, because you can tell those people at those steps, they weren't actually looking for a phone call. They were looking for a phone to take.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if those were the same people.
I don't even have to see their face to know in my head what they look like. You know, and they look like bitches. Because,
yeah.
Damn. That one hit. Apparently I'm allergic to bitches.
But yeah, we were.
I don't know, man.
We had just left. Like 15, 20, 25 minutes gone when it happened.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Dude, I'm so happy to be on the last half of my life. I feel bad that you're on the first half of yours.
Because of
just the way everything is.
Oh yeah.
Just people are shit. I mean, you're like, oh, I'm gonna get beat up. I'm gonna shoot everybody.
Yeah,
it's fucking pussies. Like,
there was this one chick while we were at the parade.
Yeah,
we were walking by, and everybody is shoulder to shoulder, walking sideways because it's that tight.
Yeah,
and there was this lady I was walking past, and she was smoking a cigarette, like her hand, like way out in the line of people walking by.
Yeah.
And I'm a bigger guy. I was giving her as much room as I could, but I grazed her cigarette. I'm not going to grab her hand and move it, you know?
Right.
I grazed her cigarette, knocked it out of her hand, and she wound up as hard as she could and kicked me in the back of the leg. And I turned around, I was like, what the fuck's your problem? She goes, you got to for my cigarette. I was like, then get out the fucking way. And we just walked off. But apparently, like, because our group of people, we were all split up a little bit. And I was like in the middle, so down the line they came walking up, and they were she was still complaining about me walking past her. I'm like, you're carrying a light cigarette right in the line of people.
Yeah, because
Like-
she doesn't have any common courtesy for anybody.
Yeah, like that's ridiculous.
Everybody knows me as like I smoke. Everybody knows I smoke.
Yeah,
Like it's.
but you're not an idiotic smoker. You know, there's a time and place.
No, yeah, I step off to the side.
Exactly.
You know, I find a place for me to go have a cigarette because I realize that not everybody around me wants to have cigarette smoke in their face.
Yeah.
Whenever Judy's used to have smoking and non-smoking, there was a borderline, and like this booth was smoking, and the booth behind me was non-smoking. And if somebody was sitting there, or if I was even one booth away, I would ask them, like, "Hey, I'm going to smoke. Is that okay?" Just being courteous. Now, if they were assholes about it, I'm like, okay, and I'd light up anyway.
Yeah.
And I would make sure to blow every bit I could over there.
Yeah.
But for the most part, people would say, yeah, I kind of have a thing with it, or no, I don't mind at all.
Yeah.
And
Or like, no, my kid's right here, and then that's perfectly reasonable.
yeah, but I would ask because it's common courtesy,
Yeah.
Just because you smoke, you don't have this inherent right. I get to smoke wherever I want. No, you don't.
Yeah.
I mean, can you smoke in your house? Sure, I will defend that all day long. That whole like, you can't smoke in your car. Fuck you. It's my car. I'll smoke in it if I want.
Yeah.
Like, don't overreach on me, buddy. But if I'm in a restaurant, like Judy's went non-smoking. Some people lost their shit over that.
Yeah.
But, well, I'm never going to go in there again. I see them all now anyways.
Oh, every one of them.
But, Judy's did lose some business over that. And one of the things that did annoy me was, so whenever that got announced that it was going to be non-smoking, people got on Facebook and was just, oh, finally I can take my kids in there, and oh, finally I'll go, and da 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 da.
Yeah. I remember that.
Them fuckers went one time and never went again. It's the same people in there every time I go in there.
Yeah.
It's just the locals. Every now and then you might get somebody after a basketball game or football game or something like that.
Or like a new trucker coming through every once in a while. Most of the time it's the same truckers.
Yeah. But all the people I saw on Facebook that talked about how they can finally go and this, that, and the other, they never go.
Yeah.
Like they were the ones I was pressuring the most about making it non-smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Because they wanted to feel like they were right. Like, oh, I'm a good person because I don't smoke. Who gives a shit if somebody smokes? I don't care if you smoke. I don't care if you smoke weed. I particularly don't even care about a lot of shit, really. I mean, I'm not a meth fan by any means. Like, it's a little sketchy, but I mean, I'm not going to let them watch me. Hey, can you watch after my TV for a couple weeks? Like,
Can you house sit for me?
Yeah, like, that ain't going to happen. But I don't know. I don't know why I got off on that tangent. But back to
The lady that kicked me was smoking.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm supposed to be in bed because I'm on night shift. And I know you had to do that the other morning because what is this, Thursday night?
Yeah.
And I've had about 2 hours sleep. So yeah, I'm a little wicked. So
Trying to sound like the times there.
Yeah. But back to the whole like Ukraine deal. Like nobody really understands how much like a billion is. Because like with the aid we already gave them and what we just gave them, it's like $160 billion. But we're not going to do anything here at all. We can clean up San Francisco when the leader of China's coming over. Like, did you hear about that?
No.
Oh, they fucking San Francisco has like this huge homeless population problem.
Yeah.
Because it's a beautiful city with beautiful weather out on the coast, and there's a lot of public programs that you can be in. Like there's all the good. Well, not good. None of it's good, but you can go there and kind of get taken care of in a way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they're going to go someplace, yeah, I get it. but the leader of China's coming, so like they did at one time have a problem with people shitting in the street. Just
Wow.
yeah, just homeless people just dropping trout and just letting it go.
Mm,
And they somehow was able to clean that up. They were able to clean up the homeless camps because I don't know if you've ever seen a homeless camp.
I have.
But yeah, it looks like a homeless camp. There's no doubt about it. And then where the homeless people go.
Yeah.
So
They probably got taken care of for the week.
who knows? I mean,
Or just died. One of the two.
well, I mean, nobody has really said what they've done with them. Now, I mean, I don't think our government's taking them off and killing them, but
But I'm pretty damn sure they're not taking care of them either.
well, I mean, Texas at one time was taking the illegal immigrants and busing them to like New York City and Chicago. Like,
Wow.
yeah, like, all right, you guys want to be sanctuary cities? Well, here you go. Be a sanctuary city. And Texas got in trouble for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you guys can do that. Well, like they said, like it's really easy to vote about border security and being all encompassing to everybody whenever you don't live here.
Mm-hmm.
The border is thousands of miles away for you. So you never see the problems that come through. And that, God, I feel so bad for you. You're like your whole generation. Because I ain't gonna lie, we kind of fucked it up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like we got handed a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, was it a great deal? No. Like, there was all kinds of problems that needed to be fixed. Like racism, like Jim Crow stuff and all that needed to be fixed.
Yep.
Like that shit can't happen. But now, like we're at the well, our government will say that they're fixing racism for votes, right? And they won't look at it this way. Maybe nobody will agree with me on this, but to me, that whole Maui fire deal, that is some racist shit. Like
Okay.
we gave them $700.
Yeah.
We gave Ukraine 160 billion.
Yeah.
But the people there,
How did the Maui fire start? Was it a volcano or was it?
I think it was an electrical thing.
And it just widespread really far?
Yeah, yeah, it was. Like
Which is so weird because like everything in Hawaii is very like wet.
well, and there was weird things about like. I mean, yeah, there's always so much you can get with a TikTok degree, but
Yeah.
I mean, there was some weird like. No, the blue cars were on fire. Like yeah, like you've seen like videos of that, like everything's destroyed except for like this random thing and this random thing. The road is fine. Uh, just like all this different stuff that
Yeah.
But with fire, you never really know. Like, and it all depends on how fast it's going. Like, if it's a fast fire, some things are going to get spared that should be destroyed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, coincidence, who knows? But back to my thing is like, you have an island full of natives that, I mean, basically are doing stuff for the rich and the middle class of America.
Okay.
Because we go there to vacation and have a good time. And, there are tourist attraction and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we're not going to take care of them because they're on an island somewhere. Like, that's bullshit to me. Like, why aren't we doing more? And if we are doing more, how come we're not talking about it?
Yeah.
If we're not doing anything, we need to talk about it. If we're doing more, we need to talk about it. But nobody's saying anything about it. Instead, we're hiding on Super Bowl Sunday for Congress to get together to pass a bill whenever you can't get them sons of bitches to show up Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
But yet they're going to happen to be there on Super Bowl Sunday. Fuck you. Like, that's not a conspiracy. That's you being dicks.
Yeah. It's just I don't know. I try to stay out of it because I really don't care. Like I wish that they would spend the money on America,
Mhm.
but if they don't, I'm not able to make them. It's not. It's I can't control it, so it's out of my power. So I really don't give a shit.
Well,
I can put I can put my little vote in to hopefully help it,
mhm,
but it doesn't matter. Like even whenever Biden won the election,
mhm.
did you ever see that thing that like a lot of his votes were people that are already dead?
Yeah, I have seen that.
Who knows if it's true or not? But there was a lot of people talking about it, so I don't know.
well, that's the thing is like there's so much fake shit these days.
Yeah,
Like I mean, and it's been going on for a while.
it's so easy to fake it.
But the thing is, they're just now basically releasing like AI to us. So now the public can like actually deep fake a lot of things.
Yeah,
I mean,
fairly easily.
if people think that AI is brand new,
Yeah,
that it hasn't been used against us for a long time,
and they're crazy.
yeah, they're mistaken. Like all that, I never said that. Could have, could have not. I mean,
They don't know
I
anymore.
can make myself that can't sing a lick sound like a country singer.
Yeah,
So it's very
which you can do that alone, just with like audio tuning and stuff.
no, you don't even have to do that. You just give your voice sample to an AI.
Well, I'm saying like the AI has been fairly recent in the past like 15 years,
Mm,
but like just the audio tuning and stuff. Most of the celebrities that are known for singing are not good singers.
right, but I mean, at least it took some skill to
Yeah,
audio tune. Now the skills that you need to build are AI prompting,
yeah,
and that's only going to last for so long because AI constantly learns from every prompt that's ever put in.
which is so weird to think about.
Yeah, like
Ultron's not such crazy of an idea.
no, like it's coming. Like I mean, maybe in my lifetime I'll see an AI human hybrid. I think that's probably a strong possibility.
Well, with what's it, the Cyberlink, or is that what it's called?
Elon Musk, yeah.
That's not such a out like that's not such a crazy idea of it happening.
No, I mean that kind of turns you into like a cyborg kind of. I mean, we're like he said, we're all basically all cyborgs now anyway. Because a cyborg is just a human that is accentuated with mechanical parts. What a cell phone is.
Cell phone,
Yeah.
watches,
Yeah, like
yeah,
we have the knowledge of the world at our fingertips every day. Like nobody hardly goes anywhere without their cell phone.
yeah.
And the
Unless
only,
you're just it's for religion or you just don't can't afford one.
yeah, but well, I mean, even if you can't afford one, the government will give you one. Isn't that funny?
How?
Because they got, they used to call them Obama phones.
Really?
Yeah, the government will give you a cell phone.
Why would they do that?
You just got to fill out the right paperwork.
Really?
Yeah, it's all the
And they'll
government.
pay for the plan and everything?
Yeah, as long as you ain't making no money and you're on welfare and
Really?
yeah, like so like
I
welfare.
didn't know all that.
Yeah, welfare and all that is basically the promise that the government will take care of you as long as you agree to never own anything.
That's weird.
Yeah, you just become a cog in the wheel.
Yeah.
Any money you do make, they get.
Yeah.
It's like there's Medicaid and there's Medicare. Well, one of them is like insurance that you're paying for, usually out of like your disability check or something like that. But if you get so disabled, they'll put you on the other one, which gives them the legal right to take all your shit.
Yeah.
If you have a house, they take it. They have land, they take it. You have a car, they take it. It's so weird. Yeah. Like if you're wanting to get into like government programs and stuff like that, you just have to be able to work the system. And
Oh, there's a hell of a lot of loopholes. I know that.
oh yeah, I grew up with a couple of friends, and their mom was an expert on doing paperwork for the government. Like
Okay.
she got everything. And wasn't entitled to three-quarters of it, but she still got it.
I need to meet this lady.
You know how many times she gone to college without going to college?
Really?
Yeah, she got the college loans, but she never completed college at one time. You just got to go. You got to make it a semester. You already got your college loan. You don't even go a semester. You go like a few days out of the quarter, and then you drop out. You know, you're just there long enough to get your loan, and then you just never go again.
Well, nowadays you have to like have the government has to send it to your college. You don't have to. You're not allowed to touch it at all.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not allowed to get hold of it.
For your tuition. But you can also get money to live on because you're not working. You're going to college.
Well, shit. If I would have known this, I'd probably still be in college.
Yeah, like the government will give you as much money as you need to go through college without working. But you got to like sign away fucking everything.
Wow.
And you got to pay it back as soon as you get out of college.
Yeah,
But if you just keep going every few years,
that's true.
all you got to do is just go sign up, go take a couple classes, get your money. That's it.
You think people live off that?
Oh, yeah.
Like live off by working the system like that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Like I know several that done it for several years. So, yeah, I mean, the government, like this whole shit is so stupid. There's so much paperwork and this, that, and the other, and they just need to privatize everything. Let's let McDonald's run this bullshit.
We finally replaced the time we've been on that we lost.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we finally replaced it.
Yeah.
Man, I was so upset about that. I was like, man, I have to fucking redo this entire thing.
Oh, no, you got to talk to me for an extra 30 minutes.
Well, I know you're tired. I know that I want to do stuff before I have to go to work tomorrow. I was just like, man, come on.
It's 30 minutes. I shit longer.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I've had to fucking sit and wait for it for years. Just about every time we go anywhere.
No. I was trying to get the seat warm for you, is all.
We use different bathrooms.
Well, when you're good, you're good.
It's about strive. It's about power.
Yeah. Anyway,
You got anything else interesting?
I did go to that drag show.
Yeah.
That that is something. Like I've never gone to one before, and I know a lot of the guys I work with are like, why would you go to that? You know,
I wanted to go. I wanted to so bad.
yeah, but like I had one guy tell me like, why would you go? Why would you go there? Like, if I'm gonna go someplace where somebody's like half naked, I'm gonna go to a titty bar. I'm like, well, me too, generally, but it's okay to step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Because what I saw there was just dudes putting everything into it.
Yeah. Put it all out there.
Yeah, like there was this one that had such command over the crowd, and the crowd is surprisingly heavily geared towards the women. Like there is way more women there than there is gay dudes there.
Yeah.
But it's a show. I mean, all they're doing is lip singing. There was one that did like an actual song, like got up there and sang. But the whole point behind it is to raise money for their pride thing that they have in Joplin.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're having it in, I think, September, even though Gay Pride Month is, I think, June.
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it's June because it's June. But yeah, like there's this one dude, and like these ain't like little feminine dudes either.
Yeah.
Yeah, like like these are guys. Like at least three of them, you'd be like, "Is that the guy that worked on my car?"
Yeah.
Like they just look like regular dudes, but I mean they're all glammed up and everything. But this guy was like on the stage. Stage is about probably 3 foot off the ground, something like that. and he's like at the edge of the stage, and it goes down to a concrete floor, and he dives off the stage and does like a tuck and roll like somersault deal,
Wow.
while he's singing and like, and I mean, there is talent whenever it comes to that, like not just a somersault, but just like how they're like commanding the crowd and like getting everybody into it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was a fun time, and I didn't find it like sexual at all, like it didn't seem like that kind of deal.
Yeah.
One thing that was a little weird though is there was a grandma that brought her grandson, and the grandson, actually, was probably like 10 years old.
Really?
Yeah. And this is like, oh, it's like put out there that it's a family friendly show.
But it's still a drag show.
It's a drag show. And they are like kindly scantily clad in some of their outfits because they do like, I think they did 5 sets, so they did like 5 wardrobe changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of them you're like, all right, I don't know like that one. but yeah, there's a kid there. He's like 10 years old.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and his grandma's giving him dollar bills to give to the guy, so that
Really?
yeah, they don't strip or anything like that.
Yeah, but they still for singing and tips and whatever.
Yeah, whenever I mean, like every guy that's listening to this knows that if you're at a club and there's like dancing and there's somebody, and you give a dollar bill,
Yeah.
wires get crossed, but I mean, I know that's kind of a touchy subject too. And it ain't to me. Like, I don't think he should have been there because, I mean, yeah, I know it's a bar that serves food, but come on.
Yeah. So that kind of brings me back to the Super Bowl parade. Like everybody was so like unsafely tightly packed.
Yeah,
It was very unsafe. And people were there with their 1-year-olds, 2-year-olds, either on their shoulders or in a stroller,
yeah,
pushing through these really tight crowds of people. And like, it does not surprise me at all that 9 children got hurt.
yeah,
Like, that is not something you bring your children to. Like, if it was just a basic celebration or whatever,
yeah,
okay. But you're talking about everybody that can go within like a 500-mile radius.
yeah.
If they're able to make it, they're going to go. And there were like thousands and thousands of people tightly packed into 2 blocks. And there were, I would never in my life bring any children or any of my children or anything to anywhere near that. It's just so unbelievably unsafe. Even without the shooter, it's completely unsafe. And people were pushing their kids around, and it was just crazy.
Well, that goes back to like the smoking deal. I don't remember if that was the first 30 minutes or this last 30 minutes where we talked about that.
This last.
Okay. But, I mean, would I have taken you whenever you were little? Nah. But
To the Chiefs thing?
yeah,
Okay.
but I don't know. I mean, if I like knew the area and stuff and kind of knew what was going on, and I thought that I could take you into a relatively safe situation, not around the big crowd. Yeah, you're not going to get to see as much, but you don't really care anyway because you're 2, but you just kind of want to experience with your kid. Well, you got to use your head. Like, you can't take your 2-year-old into a fucking crowd. Because just like smoking, yeah, you need to have common sense whenever you do it, and you need to be aware of other people around you. Well, not everybody has to like your kid. And not everybody should want to be around your kid or make special considerations for your kid when you're at a place that is the drinking is promoted by the players on the bus. The crowd is throwing them beers,
And you can buy beers. They had vendors.
Yeah. So You know, it's like kids in movie theaters. Nobody wants to hear your kid in a movie theater,
Yeah.
especially now with how much they cost. Like, I don't want to hear your kid crying through the movie. Like, I'm sorry that your kid's crying, and I'm sorry that you can't go to the movies without your kid. That just means that you don't get to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Especially nowadays, wait like a month and it'll be online.
Yeah, yeah. But like, I didn't take you to the movies whenever you were little, not because I didn't want to, but because I'm not taking I'm not taking you to possibly ruin somebody else's evening. Yeah.
See, I would say the same thing about like planes, but that's a little different because like
You're kind of shoehorned.
yeah, like you have to travel. You're not going to leave your kid at home, you know.
Yeah, but I mean,
I mean, kind of keep it under control, you know.
I mean, I took you on the plane because I thought that you were old enough to be able to handle it, and you were. You know,
How old was I? Also, like 9 or 10.
yeah, I think you were 10 because I was like, okay,
I remember I handled it pretty damn well. I just put in my earbuds and watched a movie.
oh no, you gabbed up this freaking college chick, and I got some old lady, and oh, dude, you don't even, I know you don't remember, but man, she was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she was gyat before gyat was a thing. Like, oh my god. So,
See, I've been pulling since day one.
yeah, but oh yeah, no, she loved talking to you. She told me how good of a kid you were whenever we deborted.
Well, hell, I had to be
Yeah,
beaten into shape some way.
yeah.
Ha ha.
But so where was I? Oh yeah, the plane. I took you because you're old enough, but like if you were young like a baby, then we wouldn't have flown. I would have made arrangements
Yeah.
to drive.
Or would have just left me out.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to take the kids everywhere with you.
I really wish I remembered that trip because, like, I have like little brief flashes, like of what I can remember of it.
Yeah,
But my memory from my childhood is so incredibly bad, and I don't think my childhood was like god awful. I
mm.
mean, it wasn't the greatest thing, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I gotta go to therapy for years. You know, it wasn't that bad. But I don't remember almost any of it.
It doesn't hit you till you get older. Like whenever I was younger,
Yeah,
I thought I had such a bad childhood.
yeah,
Grew up, poor family. Um, just grew up on a farm. Didn't ever really get to do anything. Da 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 da.
yeah,
And I got to thinking back on it. I never wanted for anything that I needed. I wanted for a lot of things that I wanted,
yeah,
but never for anything I needed. And I mean, I remember me and my brother, we spent literally a whole summer fishing.
yeah.
We went fishing like every day, like enough to where my grandma was sick of cooking fish. Yeah,
Which was crazy for her because she loved cooking basically anything.
she got so tired of it. We brought home a snapping turtle just to bring home a snapping turtle, like an alligator snapping turtle, one of the big, ugly, mean motherfuckers.
Yeah,
And we brought it home, I think basically just to fuck with, really. And, just to see what we could get it to bite. And,
yeah,
And, shit, we went and worked cows, came back, turtle was gone, and I saw bitch for dinner.
yeah,
Well, she got so fed up with fish, she deshelled a alligator snapping turtle
yeah.
and cooked it. That's like one step above a possum. Like, oh my god! And I ate it. It was the toughest meat I ever had in my life.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're nothing but tough muscle.
yeah. I mean, it was still kind of like chicken,
Yeah,
but I mean, it was good, but it was good, but it wasn't good.
yeah.
But
I feel like it tastes very similar to alligator. Like not because it's an alligator snapping turtle, just because it's a chunkier reptile. I feel like it's
Yeah.
very similar.
well, I mean, alligator is supposed to be really good. I have yet to try it, but I really want to.
Really,
Yeah,
I have had alligator.
have you?
Yeah,
I really want to try it.
I mean, I tried like a tiny little piece, and I've had alligator jerky.
Yeah.
And alligator turkey is so fucking tough because they don't get to really cook almost any of it. They smoke it a little bit and then just dehydrate it. But
Yeah.
the little chunk I had, it was pretty good. It's like a tougher pork.
Yeah.
It's very, very similar to pork.
Got some good beef jerky today.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was,
Did you bring any home?
no, I ate it all.
Asshole.
I know. It was Jack Link's, but it was that Doritos sweet and chili.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man. I mean, now it ain't nothing like Bernie's, jerky.
I ain't got nothing on Bernie's.
Bernie, he got the meat. But
Speaking of which, Bernie, this is just for you.
hey,
I would really like some jerky again. That shit was like adult candy to me. It was so good, and I miss it. And I miss you.
he ain't made no jerky.
You better make some more.
Um,
My little fat ass was geeking over that shit.
anyway, yeah, no, that's some good shit. But yeah, so growing up, I thought I had this horrible childhood, and just it was just horrible. And looking back, I'm like, oh shit, that was the time of my life.
Yeah,
Freedom. But I mean, I went hunting, fishing, camping. Yeah, I mean, I had to work a lot,
yeah.
which I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I'm not saying I have the realization that it's not. I didn't have the worst childhood, and it wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
But I know some parts that were pretty bad, and I feel like there's got to be some reason. I don't remember almost any of it, But I don't know.
I mean,
It's really hard for me to like talk about my childhood because I really don't remember a lot of it. I just remember a few good parts, but I remember more bad parts, which is kind of weird. But
yeah, we've talked about the bad parts and everything, and I mean, several of them were forced upon you. We'll say,
I would say most, but not all, but most.
But I mean, it's a struggle that a lot of people have to go through, and you just got to keep pushing. And as you get older, you really will remember stuff from your childhood that you went, oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and you'll kind of look at like growing up, like for me, like I felt that I needed to get out of the country and live in town so that way I could have a better life for me and my kids.
yeah,
And it's not that way.
yeah,
If knowing now, if I knew then what I know now, I never would have left the country. I would have figured out some way to have been a farmer and to raise my kids that way.
yeah.
Because
You say left the country, but we're living 5 miles away from where you grew up.
yeah, but that 5 miles is a long distance.
Yeah, I guess so.
We're not picking up rocks in town.
Yeah,
We're not chasing cows in town.
I mean, I still had
most of the time.
I still had to do a lot of the stuff growing up, but not often by any means.
Yeah, no, like
It was very rare.
yeah, like I mean, I'm not trying to make anything you did small or anything I did seem huge, but like all your time out there was like not even a summer for me.
Yeah,
Like whenever school came around, me and my brother were excited because we finally got a break.
yeah.
Like that was not.
And then you went and dropped out.
Yeah. Well, because I thought I was, ahead of the game.
Thought you were hot shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got coached to drop out
Yeah,
by a high school principal of all things, and he actually talked me. And last time I counted, I think there was about 15 of us that dropped out
wow,
in like the matter of 2 weeks.
that's crazy.
Yeah, because he just brought us all in one at a time, gave us all the same speech about how like you don't really want to be here and you want to start your life and you want to go out and make some money and not.
I'm surprised I didn't get that speech.
Yeah, well, it's illegal, so that's probably why you didn't get it. Yeah.
The town we live in, it's a lot of illegal stuff is not that illegal.
Well, I mean, so like after we all dropped out, um, that's whenever the school got accredited for the most approved GPA in the state.
Really?
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
because 15 of us dropped out. All
Yeah.
the quote unquote troublemakers. So I remember I got kicked out one time for breaking up a fight.
Well, that's just schools.
Mhm.
If you're involved, they'll punish you.
Yeah, there's no punches thrown, nothing. Just one guy shoved another guy, and I got in the middle and shoved them both back. And I got kicked out with the other two.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, next time I'll just let them knock each other out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought it was really funny whenever I graduated that they added all these new rules,
yeah,
and I was behind like 3 of them.
yeah.
It was really funny because I got in trouble for wearing a hat for I probably got like in my total of all 4 years of high school,
Mhm.
probably 10 like write-ups
Yeah.
for wearing a hat.
And now you can.
And now they changed the rules so you can. So then now they're not having such a high like I guess punishment rate or whatever.
Yeah.
They just changed it. I mean, I know it was a lot of kids that got in trouble for wearing hats, but I was at least 10 of them,
You mean they gave up?
basically.
Yeah.
And there was one other one that you can't have more than 10 or 15 absences without like out of school suspension or something. Like they made the punishment much bigger.
Yeah, that one was all you.
That was completely me because I missed over like 40 days, 40 full days
Yeah.
of my senior year, just in one school year.
Yeah.
And there's only like, what, like 80, if that? 80,
No.
90?
I think there's 100 something.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh, yeah, never mind. I don't know why I was thinking.
yeah, that senior year, I've never
I
been
was
so
surprised I
mad at you.
graduated.
Dude, you know how close I came back and just sending you home to your mom?
So I believe it.
I was like, well, shit, I guess I'm just being a failure of a father. So,
That's not what it was. It was just a rough year that year. Because
yeah.
friend died, grandpa died, the dog died, another friend died,
Yeah.
and I just had absolutely no motivation to do anything, so I just didn't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
It was no one person's fault. It was I mean, it was mine, if anything.
depends on who you ask.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Every
Tisk tisk.
yeah, every like thing that came up with you, especially that year.
It was your fault, apparently.
Yeah. Like,
Everybody, it was your fault.
yeah. And if you've done anything
Yeah.
to yourself, then that was my fault. I ain't never been so pissed off in my life.
Yeah, I ended up having I guess you could call it an episode,
Yeah.
and I ended up going to therapy for a while, and it was a rough year.
Yeah.
It was a very rough year.
Well, you got through it. I mean, I
I feel like I'm still partially in it, but
you'll always feel that way.
I'm definitely a lot better than what I was.
Well, I mean, whenever life gets real, it's really hard to get past it.
Yeah.
You know, like your bubble got popped basically, and you held on to it a lot later than what a lot of kids get to. But you know, I mean, life came crashing down, and you had a hard time catching it. You know, it's perfectly normal. You know, I mean, I went through my spiel where I had a lot of pent up stuff for years,
Yeah.
and I had to go. So there's no shame in it.
Oh, I know that. It's just I don't know. It's just weird to like still think about
Mhm.
because like there are those moments that like I go back to that place
Yeah,
and like it's a lot more frequent than I think you know, but it's
I'm sure mine's a lot more frequent than what you know.
yeah, I'm sure.
You know, I mean, like I understand you. Uh, I'll say that, you know. But yeah, the important thing is that they work on it every day. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, for a long time, I've tried to curb my anger. You know, because I was an angry individual for a while. You know, and
Yeah.
I succeeded for last couple of years. I did have a break, but um, had a weak moment one night and lost my cool. I mean, it didn't hurt nobody or nothing like, didn't hurt
Yeah.
myself or nothing like that. But yeah, you just keep at it, even though I don't know. Fuck, this is sad, dude. Let's go on to something else. Okay.
Titties and bitches. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but I mean, okay. Right before we leave that,
Oh my god.
anybody that is in any way feeling depressed or thinking of self harm or something like that, please go get checked out.
That was always my problem.
Yeah.
I still have a problem with that. Just because I'm so used to like, oh, I'm feeling like a certain way, and just bottle it up, keep it down.
Yeah.
I still do that, and I'm working on it. But
Well, I mean, everybody should handle it how they think they should, but before you hurt yourself, or anything, please go talk to a therapist. They do help. But that's my PSA for the day. So
it definitely helped me.
yeah,
But
we need to talk about after like some research and shit.
what?
Have you ever heard of Freemasons?
Briefly, I don't know anything about it. Though.
You know, Shriners.
Yeah, I know Shriners. I know people in Shriners.
Right. So that's a part of the Freemasons.
Okay.
Um, it's a really interesting culture.
Yeah. Oh, it really is.
I don't know if you can call it culture, but
I would call it culture because a lot of people like that get into it nowadays. It's because their family were into it,
right.
and they still follow like very, very old traditions, and like they keep everything alive.
Yeah, well,
It's really interesting.
It's cloaked in like a secret society, and I know there's certain rituals and like ways of that you have to do. And whenever I say rituals, I don't mean like who's sleeping, or
Yeah,
but like I know there's like a voting process.
Yeah.
you have to go politic and stuff. Um, I did go to
there's a lot of community stuff involved too,
well, so and
like helping the community.
well, and one of like I don't know if it's every Shriner everywhere, but like around here, they're known for drinking quite a bit. Like there's a lot of drinking that comes into being a Shriner around here, anyways.
The ones I know that doesn't really hold up, but I only know like two. So
Yeah. Well, so at one point I drove a school bus, right? And I still have my chauffeur's license and stuff like that. Well, I got hired by some Shriners from Jasper and Carthage to drive them to a party over in Springfield, like this big once a year bash thing that they have.
yeah,
And from my understanding, it's property that's owned by Jerry Jones that owns the Dallas Cowboys.
really,
Yeah. So anyway, they had me drive this party bus for them, so that way they can drink and do all their stuff, and they ain't got to worry about it. And everybody chipped in to pay me, and I think the Shriners own the bus.
okay,
So that's just what it was. They paid for the fuel, they paid for me, and I went, and I even went and got out and got a plate of food, and then I went back to the bus, and that's just what I did. I don't know anything about it, so I don't want to get involved with it. I'm just here to drive. And I had this plate of food. My God,
oh, they can cook,
dude! I had steak, mashed potatoes, potato salad, some kind of macaroni salad, and then I had a piece of corn on the cob. That corn on the cob was better than that steak, and that steak was fucking delicious.
Yeah.
But that corn on the cob, I went back for 2 more pieces,
Yeah.
and like, oh my god, like I can still taste it. It's so good. Like,
Changed my life.
yeah, like I was like, you know what? Phoenix Shriner ain't that bad. Like if you get corn on the cob like this at least once a year, I think it might be worth it. I'll drive around in one of those little fucking cars in the parade. I don't care.
Oh my god.
Right?
We're
So,
offending like all of them.
but uh, coming back, like I understand drinking and all that kind of changes people and everything, but I saw some of the childish shit on the way back. Like I had more mature kids on the school bus than I had that night.
Okay.
So everybody's drunk as shit, and we start leaving, and they needed to stop and use the bathroom and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, cool, so we stop at this truck stop, and I won't use no names or nothing like that, but like one guy goes in to the bathroom. And he's fairly new to the organization, like I knew him. He's a young guy, really into it though, and I don't fault anybody for being into the organization, but this is what like settled it for me that I didn't want to be a part of it. But he comes out of the bathroom, and one of the guys that had been in there for a few years goes walking by him, and I seen it literally for no reason, no words exchanged, nothing. He just fucking decks him.
Really?
Yeah, his so-called brother, and I'm using air quotations on that, but because they call each other brother and stuff like that, and just clocks him, gives him a huge black eye, like damn near knocks him out because he's a big dude. And I mean, the kid was barely 21, barely, and just
Why?
no reason.
They
And
had to have been a reason.
he wouldn't say. And I had to go yell at this guy to come out of the bathroom because after he hit him, he went and locked himself in the bathroom. He was in there for about 30 minutes.
The one that hit him?
Yeah.
Wow.
While the other guy dusted himself off, he was visibly upset because he didn't know what happened.
Yeah.
And he's drunk, so he's very emotional. But he's sitting on the back of the bus, and he's like he's fine, but he's not fine kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not starting any more shit. But this big old fucking teenage fucking prom queen that just punched him for no reason is hiding in the bathroom like a bitch because I don't know, he didn't want to face the consequences of it, and nobody was trying to give him any consequences of it. And so I had to yell at him and tell him, like, either get your ass out here or I'm going to leave you and you can fucking walk.
Yeah.
And I go back out to the bus, and his buddy's trying to get me to stay. I said, do you want to walk with him? He said, no. I said, he's got 5 minutes. If he's not here at whatever 5 minutes was from that time, I'm leaving. And so he goes and tries to talk his buddy into coming, and eventually his buddy gets on the bus in 4 minutes and 58 seconds because I had my hand on the door handle, like ready to shut the door, because I didn't care if they were still in the bathroom or they were 2 feet away. I was leaving.
Yeah.
And anyway, so he gets on the bus, and he's all and quiet, and I mean, he looks like he knows he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's probably embarrassed.
Yeah, and he sits there on the bus and doesn't say a word, which I appreciate. And the kid that got punched comes up to me and says, "Hey, can we stop at this bar on the way back?" And I said, "Fuck no, we ain't stopping at no bar." And he goes, "Adam, please. I really want to smooth things over with everybody and make sure that everybody has a good time, and I want to buy everybody a beer. It's like, all right, man. If that's what you want to do, then that's what we'll do. And uh, we stopped. Everything went by without incident after that.
Yeah.
Got everybody, got the first guys back to Carthage, dropped the bus off, loaded up the Jasper guys, and took them back. While on the way back, I got two old guys yelling at each other. I mean, old guys.
Yeah.
And we get back to Jasper, and I'm trying to drop everybody off. And these two motherfuckers they get out of the car and start fist fighting in the street of Jasper.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And it was the worst fight I'd ever seen in my life.
Well, they're old. Of course it was.
Right, but they should have been able to punch.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know. It was sad. Like, I felt, I was like, I will never, ever fucking join this organization if that's how they are. Because they talked to me about it several times on the way up there and on the way back. And I was like, no. On the way up there, I was all like, I mean, that'd be cool. Like, yeah, I could see myself doing that.
Yeah.
Now, no way.
Not at all.
Yeah. And I never publicly really told that story. It just,
Got to put it on the internet?
yeah.
All right.
'Cause I don't give a shit. I'm not fucking going on there.
Yeah.
And the guys that are in there, cool. I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're doing it.
Yeah.
I do know that the organization does do a lot of good things.
Yeah.
So as an organization, I understand it. I get it. Good for you. But that local branch that I had to deal with,
Yeah.
that I would have to deal with every day, fuck that. Ain't no way.
Well, to follow that up, my public statement.
Go ahead.
I love the Shriners.
Mm-hmm.
They're great people. All the ones that I know, absolutely sweet people. Did not a bad bone in their heart. So I just wanted to throw that up there after your story, just to clear my air at least.
Well, yeah. I mean, you
don't have any bad blood with them, but
no.
I'm just saying, for me, I have not met a bad one, and I really like the organization, so I'm just staying with that.
Yeah. I mean, these weren't bad guys. Like, they weren't bad guys. I still don't think they're bad guys.
I know that, but
actually, one of them's a bad guy.
I'm sure they're not all perfect.
Oh, you know one.
Oh, yeah.
He ain't out yet. So,
yeah. Well, outside. I'm just saying.
Outside of them, everybody else, like good dudes. Like,
and good ladies. Also.
I don't know I don't know any ladies that are joining.
That's the other person I know.
Okay. But
I won't use no names or nothing.
No, of course not.
She's got a reputation, but
like, just,
but if she knows, if I'm talking about her, if she listens, I miss you. Not like that, like as a friend way, because Dad's giving me a weird look, but she is like one of my favorite people.
Okay, we're gonna have to talk offline on that. Okay. But yeah, no, like, as an organization, I don't think that they're bad. Like, I don't think it's bad. Like, I agree with you on that. And,
yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to deal with the drama.
That's fair.
So anyway, though, what I forgot? Anything?
I ain't got nothing else. I'm ready for bed is all I'm ready for.
Oh, fuck, I gave up on that shit a while ago.
I'm holding on. I have.
It's funny how I said we should talk about that next week, and then I just spent like 15 minutes ranting.
How are you liking your new cat? Good old Sylvester.
Oh, Sylvester. Oh,
Mr. Stallone over there.
God almighty, we need to get a picture of him. But so I adopted this cat, and he is the most chill cat in the world. I mean, he gets
rowdy sometimes.
Yeah, a little bit. But
like as soon as we started recording, he was getting a little rowdy.
Yeah, I think he might be my spirit animal.
Oh, he absolutely is.
Yeah,
Does nothing but lay around, complains about his foot and food. That's exactly you.
I didn't know if you were talking about me or the cat on that one. But yeah, no, he's a great cat. I don't know what kind he is. He's about 4 years old. He's silver and white, has a white goatee, so he matches me pretty good. But yeah,
Almost the same hair color.
yeah, he's just, I don't know, he's a great cat. So I like cats. I mean, I like dogs and I like cats. But
I like dogs more.
besides JoJo, I've never really enjoyed indoor dogs.
Yeah, I mean, I think JoJo and Socks, which Socks is the name of another dog. I know it's confusing,
I don't
but
even think Socks is a dog. No.
she's basically a person. But those two dogs are, and I love my dog to death. Man, is she a dumbass sometimes. Sydney needs some help, but
She's actually is doing a whole lot better. Like she's kind of getting out of that. I mean,
you say that while she's barking in the background.
right,
I
but
don't know if people can hear it or not, but she's yapping.
yeah, but
Let me out! I want to play.
yeah, because she wants out. But whenever she is out, she's not too bad.
It depends. She's very, very calm whenever it's just me and her, or if it's just us, like me, you, and the dog.
Mm.
But whenever other people are around, like the roommate that lives here, or
Yeah,
any of the people with her, um,
she got to show
she,
off.
she is very, very like she is like a whole circus act.
Yeah, because she just got to show off. She's excited.
I know, but that makes me look bad because she's so calm and sweet and like the perfect dog
Hmm.
throughout the entire day. The second people come around, she acts like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that was probably one of the first things I thought about whenever that Kansas City shooting came up. Was like, where am I going to get rid of his dog at?
Asshole.
What?
Should keep her for at least like a month.
No, no,
Give her a chance.
no. Yeah, she'd be lucky to get 30 minutes.
Oh my god.
Just be me and Sylvester.
Be nice to my dog.
Maybe.
Her and Sylvester would have the most fun together.
Sylvester kick shit out of her.
No. You know, you've seen how strong my little dog is?
Yeah, but he's got a lot of anger behind that fur.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. So he was an outside cat. Well, like, I don't think he was initially an outside cat because like he does all the indoor stuff like an indoor cat should. But apparently he was running around one of the next cities over and like during that whole cold snap and everything. So he kind of had that bristly fur and stuff, but it's all pretty much laid down now. He's good to go.
Except his foot. He's got an infected foot.
Yeah, but I mean, hell, he was hitting me with it earlier.
Yeah, he trucks us around with it, no problem.
Yeah, because I activated kill mode because I pet his belly. So
Yeah, he doesn't like that.
but anyway, thanks for stopping by and listening to us rant and rave like lunatics.
Man, these outros never get better, do they?
I don't think they're like, what am I supposed to do? Ask how to do an outro?
Toodles.
Well, thanks everybody for joining in.